16 years ago, I started with about $6,000 and almost no idea what I was doing. Today, that's turned into more than 10 million bucks. But I want to be honest with you up front, because this isn't the story you've been trained to expect. It wasn't a straight line. It wasn't some secret strategy. And there was a stretch where I lost over $1 million in a single week, doing the same exact thing most beginners are doing right now. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the whole thing, where I actually started, the trade that nearly ended it, and the one shift that turned everything around, and how it slowly compounded into 8 figures plus. It's not the highlight reel, it's the real version with the ugly parts left in. Because if you're sitting there with a small account and a big dream and nobody in your corner, you need to see how survivable this path actually was. So I want to take you back to 2010. I was in college and I was working wherever I could. I used to work in the library for $10 an hour. I washed dishes, I worked at Lowe's, and none of these jobs were glamorous, but every paycheck I had was there for a purpose. And I wasn't saving for nice clothes or a new car. I was saving because I had a plan. At the time, I was on the pre-med path. The path was simple: graduate, go to med school, become a doctor. And that's what everyone expected of me. And honestly, it made perfect sense on paper. But around that time, I discovered the stock market and I became completely obsessed. Not with the idea of getting rich overnight, but with the fact that there was no ceiling. The more you learned, the better you became, and your income reflected your ability. There was no boss deciding what you were worth, no salary cap limiting your future. And that idea, it fascinated me. It really infected my brain in a way where I couldn't stop thinking about it. Eventually, I made the biggest decision of my life. I walked away from the medical school path and I took every dollar I managed to save, about $6,000, and I opened my first trading account. There wasn't some dramatic movie moment, no inspirational speech, and nobody cheering me on. It was just a kid in a small apartment with a laptop, a brokerage account, and a dream that nobody else could see yet. That was my starting line. And here's the part people don't usually talk about. Nobody believed in me. My parents didn't understand what I was doing. My friends thought I was making a huge mistake. And from the outside, it looked like I was walking away from a stable career to gamble in the stock market. And honestly, I don't blame them. Trading isn't something most people understand. And what made it so difficult wasn't even the criticism, it was the silence. I had nobody to ask for advice and nobody who had already walked the path I was trying to walk. And after a while, you start questioning yourself too. You wonder if everyone else was right, and you wonder if you're wasting your time. You also wonder if you're making the biggest mistake of your life. And I think about that a lot today, because every week I talk to people inside my community who are going through the same exact thing. They're trying to build something that nobody around them understands, and they're doing it alone. I know exactly what that feels like. The reason I kept going wasn't because I knew I'd succeed. I had no guarantees, I just couldn't let go of the vision. And something deep down told me that there had to be a different life waiting on the other side of all that uncertainty. So I just kept showing up day after day, even when I had absolutely no proof it was ever gonna work. Here's the thing about starting with nothing. When it finally starts working, it changes you. My first year, I turned $6,000 into $100,000. Think about that for a second. A kid working part-time jobs, living in a college apartment, suddenly had a 6-figure trading account. It was one of the best feelings I had ever experienced, because for the first time, all that sacrifice felt worth it. The people who doubted me started paying attention. And if I'm being honest, it felt good proving them wrong. The momentum didn't stop there. So by 2013, I crossed $1 million, $6,000 to $1 million in just a few years. Looking back, though, that wasn't the biggest achievement of my career. It was actually the beginning of my biggest mistake. Success can be just as dangerous as failure. And the wins changed the way I thought. I stopped believing I had a solid process and started believing I had a gift. I thought I understood the market and I thought I could predict what was gonna happen next. If something looked obvious, I'd size up. And if I had conviction, I'd buy more. If the trade moved against me, I convinced myself I was still right. And the market rewarded bad habits just often enough that I never questioned them. I wasn't trading a repeatable process, I was trading confidence. And confidence feels amazing until it doesn't. Looking back now, I can clearly see what I was doing wrong. I had no defined risk before entering a trade, no clear invalidation, and I'd enter first and figure everything else after. If the trade worked, I felt like a genius, and if it didn't, I'd rationalize it, hold longer, or average down, telling myself I just needed to be patient. And the biggest mistake wasn't losing money, it was believing that being right was the edge. I thought if I studied hard enough and spent enough hours staring at the charts, I'd eventually be able to predict the market consistently. And I couldn't have been more wrong. The market doesn't reward opinions, it rewards discipline. I just hadn't learned that lesson yet. Then came 2022. The market completely changed, interest rates were rising and everything was selling off, and fear was everywhere. But I kept telling myself the same thing, that this has to be the bottom. I'd been through market pullbacks before, and every major dip I've seen eventually recovered. So every time we sold off, I bought. When we dropped again, I bought more. And when we dropped even further, I sized up even more. Not because the price was telling me to, but because I was convinced I knew what was gonna happen. I wasn't reacting to the market anymore, and I was just trying to predict. I believed that my conviction mattered more than the price was actually doing, and this time it didn't. The market just kept going lower, and by the end of that year, I'd lost millions of dollars in profit. And even saying that today still feels surreal. As painful as losing that money was, it wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part was sitting there wondering if everything I built had been a lie. Was I actually a good trader? Or I just got unlucky? Had I fooled myself into believing I was better than I really was? For the first time in my career, I seriously thought about walking away. And not because I ran out of money, but because I ran out of confidence. And looking back now, that was one of the lowest points of my career. It was also a turning point. Pain has a way of forcing honesty, and success allows you to ignore those weaknesses. Failure puts them directly in front of you. And I couldn't blame the market anymore. I couldn't blame bad luck. And eventually I had to accept something that was incredibly difficult to admit. The problem wasn't the market. The problem was me. Once I accepted that, everything started to change. I spent months going back through every trade I had taken, asking myself one simple question: what actually went wrong? The answer wasn't that I lacked experience, and it wasn't that I was picking up the wrong stocks. The real problem was that I'd stopped respecting price. I was trading my opinions instead of reacting to what the market was actually telling me. And I was sizing positions based on confidence instead of risk. And I was entering trades because I thought I knew what was gonna happen instead of waiting for confirmation. And that realization changed everything. From that point forward, I stopped trying to predict the market and started focusing on reacting to it. If price confirmed my trade, I'd take the trade. If it didn't, I simply wouldn't. And I stopped chasing moves. I stopped averaging down. I stopped forcing opportunities that weren't there. Every trade became simple: a level, a reason to enter, a predefined risk, and a predefined exit. Everything was decided before I ever clicked the buy button. That process changed my relationship with the market. Around the same time, I realized something else. I've already made more money than I ever imagined growing up, and I noticed something interesting. Money eventually stops being the goal. Freedom becomes the goal. Time becomes the goal. Being able to wake up every single morning and decide exactly how your day looks, that's what I'd really been chasing all along, not a number in a brokerage account. And ironically, once I stopped trading for money, I actually became a better trader. There was no urgency anymore and no pressure to force trades or make something happen every single day. There wasn't a setup, I stayed in cash. If price didn't confirm my idea, I waited. And waiting became one of the biggest edges I developed. People always ask me how I made it all back. They expect me to tell them about one incredible trade or some once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But the truth is that the comeback was incredibly boring. It happened one disciplined trade at a time and one good decision after another. I didn't try to win everything back overnight. I focused on consistency. The same process, the same rules, the same position sizing every single day. And eventually the account started growing again. Not because I found a better strategy, because I finally became a better trader. The moment I knew everything had changed wasn't when I had a certain account balance. It was one morning when I sat down at my desk and I realized I wasn't anxious anymore. I wasn't hoping, I wasn't forcing anything. I already knew exactly what I was gonna do and exactly what would keep me out of the market. For the first time in my career, I trusted the process more than my opinions. And that's when I knew I finally turned the corner. So today, the original $6,000 has grown into more than $10 million. But honestly, the money isn't what I thought about anymore. The best part isn't the number, it's the freedom. I wake up every day and I decide exactly how my day looks. I don't answer to a boss. I don't have anyone telling me what I'm worth. I trade because I genuinely love the challenge, not because I have to. And losing trades, they don't define me anymore. They're simply the cost of doing business. That's one of the biggest mindset shifts I've ever had. So why I built Elite Options? People ask me this all the time, why I teach. The answer is simple. I think back to the version of myself working 3 jobs, saving every paycheck, trying to figure this out completely alone. I didn't have anyone ahead of me. right? Nobody to tell me which mistakes were avoidable, nobody to teach me the importance of patience, and nobody to show me that protecting your downside is what allows your upside to compound. I had to learn every lesson the expensive way, and that's why I built Elite Options, to become the person I wish I had when I started. Not to promise shortcuts, because they don't exist, but to help people avoid the mistakes that cost me years and millions of dollars. The one lesson, if I could sit down with a 20-year-old version of myself, staring at that $6,000 trading account, I tell them one thing: don't worry about proving people wrong. Don't chase being right. Just focus on building a process, because the process creates consistency, and consistency creates confidence, and confidence built the right way creates freedom. People are gonna doubt you, and some of the people closest to you won't understand your vision. And that's okay, they don't have to. You just have to believe in it enough to keep showing up. And the path won't be perfect. You're gonna lose. You're gonna question yourself, and you're gonna wonder if it's worth continuing. Just keep going anyway, because every successful trader has moments where they feel like quitting. The difference is very simple. Some people stop, others keep learning. And I started with $6,000, 3 part-time jobs, and a dream that nobody else believed in. And the only reason why I'm sitting here today is because I refused to quit, and that's it. That's the whole secret. So that's my story. The honest version, the wins, the mistakes, the $1 million loss, and the lessons that changed everything. If you want to learn the exact process I use today, the same one that helped me rebuild, and the same one I teach inside Elite Options, watch the video on your screen right now. I'll see you there.